All right, another one. Belle Collective, season 7, episode 9, a cliffhanger. So we spent, I guess, a good whole 10 minutes start on the double date between Cliff, Latrice, Glendale, and Letitia. Getting back on track with them. They doing like a little cooking class because I guess the ladies could use a little bit extra. Or even some of the men, right? You need a little couple extra, a little lesson here or there. But they have fun. It's good, that they finally get back on track, at least with the friendship wise, especially for the dudes, because, they was like these. So, back to the brotherhood. We had to go over the whole baby rumor thing because, Latrice was obviously mad trying to put it on Cliff, or at least Carrie was trying to put it on Cliff and just blaming the man. And, Cliff like, listen, don't put that stuff on me. It ain't on me. And, and just to keep his name out of stuff, it just might be wise to just not say nothing at all. Okay. When you hear it, just act like you ain't heard it. I don't know nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because next thing you know, it get back to one of the women and now they're making a big old thing out of nothing. So that's what Cliff like, listen, I'm gonna stay out of it, Glenn. You wanna be in there, cause I ain't no bill, so I'm gonna collect my things and go. Okay. Latrice lets them know that with that whole fibroid, situation going on and she needs the surgeries, or at least the surgery coming up, it's just some thoughts is going on in her mind about having a baby, okay? Now I remember when we first started this, about 7 seasons ago, she didn't want no baby like that. It was just the furthest thing from her mind, because she was just so scared of being a mother and raising a kid. Because what I don't know what to do, and in the way that she was raised, and her brother dying, and it's just all that trauma from her childhood. She just don't know if she can just do that. So, but now I guess with the fibroid situation is just bringing that that life or death type of thoughts and who's taking care of you and who's your support system. And, of course she got Cliff, but she know he ain't 100%. Okay. Like she want him to be, he's 100% to what he think he should be. Right. And with the baby, that's unconditional love. And I know that at least that won't never go away. So maybe she ready now, but Cliff is like, well, dang, now you done waited all these years. Shoot, I'm too old. But listen, hey, you ain't never too old, okay? You see Al Pacino? She better get your Robert De Niro. One of them was having babies. Sure, you can do it. And like she said, nanny it up as long as they some old buzzers, because Teresa ain't playing them games. So next we see what is Carrie's last name? Carrie and Matt Paul. Yeah, are they the Pauls? But we see them at Brick and Spoon with Carrie's mother. I believe it's Carrie's mother, which I missed her name. But this whole restaurant thing, remember she got two that's just fine in Biloxi or something like that, right? But this one that she just opened, I think, is Jackson, is just not doing so good. So remember, she just had this dilemma to where, I need to close it or not close it, do it, do. Now she's in the point of closing. Only thing problem with this is, okay, we don't put the restaurant up for on the market for sale. It takes time to sell things. People just don't just be buying restaurants every day. And I think she had a potential buyer who ended up, it didn't work out for them. So it was like, oh, dang, back to square one. I just need somebody to buy this thing to take it off my back, because the longer we keep it open, the more we're bleeding. And for her, it's just like, yeah, it's too much money going out. And I got to focus on the things that's bringing it in. So her husband and the mama is just trying to tell her, like, yes, it's just time to snip, snip, cut the cord. We losing money regardless, whatever decision that you make. So you got to make it, and you got to make it fast, girl. Because, yeah, whew, you got a husband that at least got your back for the downfall. But in the meantime, it's okay to let this one go. You still got other restaurants and stuff still doing good. It's just this one. It's just this one. So next is we see Latrice and Cliff, and this is more of like a serious moment because she like, I need to talk to you, and we're gonna do this little exercise that we saw on TikTok. Everybody going to TikTok for stuff where we sit face to face and we just confront whatever issues head on. You know, just explaining to him, because she's about to go into this surgery. So the main thing is, can Cliff handle taking care of the business while I got recovery time, which is going to be, you know, right, 4 to 6 weeks or something, right? Right. I think that's most procedures or something. I think I was, well, actually had a foot surgery, so I think I was out for like a couple months, but which is, yeah, I think I was off for like 3 months. But either way, 4 to 6 weeks. Can Cliff handle the business? He being Cliff, like, yeah, I know what I'm doing and handle everything. I had all these type of businesses way before you even had a business, girl. So I know what I'm doing and my stuff never fails. So girl, I got this. Um, you worried about nothing, and she just, like, well, because you last time, for example, I was down, I was looking at the cameras and you was up there drinking and having a good time. And he like, no, you told me to go up there and check on things, and I did. And whatever, I guess having a drink just happened to come with it after the fact that I was done handling the business. But regardless, I went and took care of the business. So, she is getting emotional about this because, it's her being real serious about, you know, especially if she want to have this baby, like, can you really just really step up a little bit more for me, Cliff? That's all I just need, because she's starting to feel like he just don't care, and don't take nothing serious, and everything's just a joke. But for her, this is her life, and this is real, and I just need you to hear me, Cliff. Okay, just hear me. Your wife, please. So the next scene is with Selena and Tambra, and Tambra is well, actually Selena catching up with Tamara about everything that happened, because remember, she was gone to Colombia getting her teeth done, nice and cute, had little ups and downs because, girl, when you have a procedure, listen up everybody, when you have a procedure and you writing down, you got to fill out the paperwork for your anesthesia and all that good stuff. You supposed to let them know what's wrong with you, because that's how they know how to calculate the dosage when they get ready to put you out, so that they don't give you too much to where they kill, or too less to where it not gonna work, girl. But now she know because, yeah. But everything went well other than that, and Tamara just catches them up on everything, about the party and how, the rumors with the ladies, and just expressing that, this Miss Shantae girl, cute that you came around and everything, but you just not entering the collective the right way. So maybe we should not allow, you know, such outside noise or outsiders into the collective, just so easily like that, per se, right? So definitely a conversation need to be had, especially with Letitia, because you know what? It is her friend and she's the one that is bringing her around. So it has to be addressed. These fools, the men get together for a little powwow at Cliff's little man tent outside. It's just it looked like just like a regular old pavilion, that you would see at the park or something. But he just wrapped it around with a tarp because it's, I believe, the winter time, because it was a little cold. But he did have the fireplace going, so try to warm up a little. They just need a couple little shots and playing some pool and just kicking the bobos, telling all the business, okay? What the wife said, what the girls did. You did this, you did that, me and Glenn made up. Woo, woo, woo. And the funny thing I would say with this scene would be Glenn came in with a baby bag for Mike, like, here, something you might need, so you might need that. So jokes, and then he hit him back with the with the basically cheating in the Amanda situation, I guess, because but you actually might need the bag with your situation. You know what I'm saying? Nobody know what Glenn be out here doing. And actually, season one, there was a baby rumor. Like, did he have one or did he not have one? Okay, but they kicking it, and Mike just letting them know that ain't no baby. Him and Selena had that whole trip to Colombia, the whole teeth thing, like, yeah, he just like I was saying, like her dumb self didn't write the damn blood pressure shit on there, so she almost got taken out just trying to get some damn new teeth in a whole another country. Like, how tragic that would have been. So, luckily she made it through though. I'm talking about she would have came back looking like a gator if she couldn't finish. Because when you do get the new teeth, I think they gotta shave some things now. So, no, that's the one thing reason why I don't want to be getting no teeth like that, because the ones that you got, they got to shave and drill and cut that mug down just to put something else over it. I'm gonna keep these, baby. I'm gonna keep these. Anywho, um going into how bringing the girls business in today world is just, we gotta we gotta stop that. And that's one main thing that Cliff just trying to let them know, like, because it's messing up my wife, and Latrice bringing it back on me and blaming everything, which we did get the answer that the rumor started because of Cliff. I think it was Cliff that saw the comments, and then he the one that told Latrice. Okay, so boom, there we go. It's all out there. Um, yeah, it's just, we gotta stay in men's business and let the Bells do the Bells, which has always been Cliff stance from the beginning. He ain't never changed from that. I will say that about that fool. Trying to give advice to Glenn and them, about, like, cause Glenn, you can't leave these girls alone. Just stop talking to them. Don't be answering no DMs. Don't even smile at them. Like, don't look at them. Don't smile, because it's just the invitation to, ooh, he looking at me. Ooh, he want me. Ooh, he this and that. When it ain't really nothing. So I gotta walk around looking mean all the time. Yep, sure do. It's just what you gotta do if you want to keep a happy wife. Just do it, man. Even if it's don't want to. You see, Cliff. He he don't do, but he do. So you know what I'm saying? I give him that, because he will do certain things and say, okay, let me put my shit aside and go on ahead. But other than that, we already know he his own man. But I'm cracking up at Matt, because he like, you know what? Sitting here listening to Cliff, you need some subtitles. Just the hell, I don't even know what he's saying. I'm sitting right across from his ass. But at least, gosh darn it, see, you would have had a good old time with JJ. So that's why I wish JJ was here, because he'd keep everything riled up and going. But, you know. All right, so we end the episode at Taste with Latrice, and a little introduction with Stormy Steele. She is the Canvas Beauty girl from TikTok and grew her business to, well over amazing. And I believe, will this be the introduction to the Belle Birmingham, which I actually started watching. I'm just not recording it or just, talking about it or whatever. Just go and watch it and just see how I like the ladies, which I actually do like the ladies. It's a whole different vibe from this collective, yeah, I'll say a whole different vibe over there. And I feel like their whole and the agenda, I think, is different too. So maybe that's why the vibe will be different, because the way this collective started with the Ferris Street Project or whatever it's per se. This one didn't start off with no project. It just started off with, hey y'all, this is us, this is Stormy, and whoop de whoop de whoop. So, but her and Latrice been friends for a long time. So she's just coming in, checking in, just letting her know what's going on. With this fibroid situation, she's actually going. She's deciding to push the date back for the surgery. So instead of just doing it now, like the doctor suggested, She just feels that Cliff is not ready for her to go up under there. She got to teach him a few more things before she, put him in charge for these little times that she been down. Because the first experience just wasn't as, you know, great, pretty painful and all the other stuff. So she's just not ready. And, it's just her decision, her body, her decision. Even though everybody going to tell her, the real. You can lead the water. Y'all know what the host to the water and all that shit. If they want to drink it, go ahead. If not, I got to go, but it's there for you. Okay. But just catching up with girls, her and Stormy, and that's just cool. Just getting some business advice and letting her know her collab with Lala and all that stuff. And if you watch the Birmingham show, we actually seen that all actually happen in, fruition on there. So this will be what, Belle Collective season 7, episode 9, is it? Okay, so I only got one more. Flying through these mugs, okay? Because it's an easy show anyway to watch and just review anyway and talk about. Because they'll be doing nothing too much, right? So we'll get back to them and see what they got for the next episode. All right. Peace out. Bye. Thanks for watching Belle Collective season 7.